I started practicing opera at 6 a.m. because my neighbor complained about my noisy coffee grinder. So I've lived in this apartment for like 2 years now. Pretty standard place. Thin walls, but whatever. Every morning I grind my coffee beans around 7:30 before work. Takes maybe 30 seconds max. Never bothered anyone until this new guy moved in next door 4 months ago. This dude Jason is probably in his mid-40s and works nights at some warehouse. Instead of just knocking on my door like a normal human being, he started leaving these passive-aggressive notes under my door. First one said, "Some people are trying to sleep," in all caps like I murdered his cat or something. Then it escalated. "The coffee grinder is excessive." Then, "Your morning routine is disturbing the peace." I'm talking about 30 seconds of grinding coffee beans at 7:30 in the morning. My alarm doesn't even go off until 7:15. Last month, he filed a formal noise complaint with our landlord, Mrs. Patterson. She literally laughed when she called me about it. Told me 7:30 a.m. is completely reasonable and that some people just like to complain. But Jason didn't stop there. This guy started banging on the walls whenever I used any kitchen appliance. Made scrambled eggs? Bang, bang, bang on the wall. Microwave beeping when my oatmeal was done? Bang, 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 bang. Used my blender for a smoothie on Saturday morning at 9 a.m.? He went absolutely nuts, pounding on the wall for like 5 minutes straight. That's when I decided if he wants to play the noise game, I'll show him what noise actually sounds like. See, I took opera lessons in college for 3 years. My professor always said I had natural projection and could fill a concert hall without a microphone. I still remember most of the scales and a bunch of arias from different composers. So I started practicing every morning at exactly 6 a.m. That's when quiet hours officially end in our building, according to the lease agreement. I pulled out my old sheet music and everything. Started with basic warm-ups and scales, then moved into actual songs. First morning I did "O Sol Mio" at full volume. I could hear Jason scrambling around next door, probably wondering what the hell was happening. By day 3, he was pounding on the wall during my high notes, which honestly just motivated me to hold them longer. The best part was when he came storming over last Tuesday around 6:30 a.m., still in his work uniform, screaming about the singing. I opened the door and very sweetly told him I was pursuing my artistic passion and that music is meant to be shared with the community. His face was completely red. Started yelling about how this was harassment and he was going to call the cops. I reminded him that I start at 6 a.m., which is perfectly legal, and that filing false police reports is actually illegal. He stomped back to his apartment, muttering under his breath. He tried filing another complaint with Mrs. Patterson, but she told him that practicing music during legal daytime hours is completely acceptable. She actually seemed kind of amused when she called to let me know. Said she could hear me from the lobby sometimes and that I have a lovely voice.